Holy shit, dude! It was like the best day of my life. It was.
Dude,
I think it was. I can't even.
Insane.
Fuck, dude, I don't even remember.
I'll get hyped now. All right, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm excited. This is the first time I'm back in a while. It's About Time podcast. I feel super weird because that's the first time in so long that I've been saying that. Due to the coronavirus, I've been gone because the studio has been closed for a minute. You guys don't care. I have a special guest with me today. We have Michael Gay, all the way from the University of Georgia.
Go Dogs, baby.
So it's going to be a good one. I'm excited to be back. So thank you so much for, tuning in and being back. I'm excited. Got a lot of energy. We got the brews going. We're going to have a good time. It's a nice sunny day here in California.
Yes, sir.
So, Mike, introduce yourself. Let's get started. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm Mike. Real name's Michael, but everybody calls me Mike. I'm visiting California for the first time. Out west, first time. I'm living here for the summer, so having a good time so far. So we'll see what we got in store.
Okay, perfect. And now we can transition to just talking.
Okay.
You and me. I'll pull out some of the brews.
Sir.
This is off camera, so we're just drinking some nice Sprite over here.
Yes, sir. The agua.
The agua fresca, mango flavored.
Mango.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back. Thank you so much for coming on.
I'm glad I'm here. I've been wanting to do this for a while. So
you wanna try to raise it to your yeah. There you go. You can do this so we can get your beautiful face in it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. To start off, I'm kind of rusty. I feel a little rusty. I feel a little rusty because it's the
first time for me, so
get the nerves going. That's why we got the Sprite going. Kind of break the nerves.
Sir.
But, just to get us off and just get them started, tell us about, being here, being in California, before we get into your past life and all that, like, being here in California and how we met, pretty much, or, like, how we got,
Dude, I can't even put into words how amazing Cali is. I definitely see myself coming back here in the future. It's just good vibes. Like, that's what I tell everybody, especially when I talk to my people back home. It's just like, it's just different. It's different from Georgia. It's different from everything that's going on there, small towns that I'm part of. Like, just coming here and coming to a big state, a popular state. Everybody knows where Cali is. So, like, just being here and saying that I'm here is something that, like, I've dreamt of for many years. So, it's good vibes, like I said earlier. And, you're a Pike here, I'm a Pike at Georgia, so it was a good way.
Is your first time in California?
This is first time out west, first time in Cali.
Shit.
Yeah. I've always wanted to come here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I fucking love it.
So we met through Instagram DM.
Yeah.
You DM'd me earlier, was about a month ago now.
Probably a little over a month now, because I've been here for a month.
Okay.
So I think I DM'd you before I actually came to Cali, because I was trying to build some relations before I got here, and was just like nobody to talk to. You know what I mean? So And
then the connection was, of course, Pike. We got the letters in the background.
Sir.
Probably super douchey, but
Frat.
But it's the aesthetic. I know I'm wearing my polo and everything. But
I rep the Georgia colors. You know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was your first time in California. That's
dude.
That's you got your In-N-Out burger, I'm guessing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, second day I was here, I made sure I had it. Made sure I had to
post a picture on Snapchat.
Of course. Snap, and Insta always eats first, baby.
Had to.
Yes, sir.
Building on relations. Well, I'm super glad. Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm super glad that you hit me up. I felt super I was like, wow, this is so cool that he hit me up.
Yeah.
Like, especially because you mentioned about hanging out, and I was like, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Hanging out, and then you said your interest about doing the podcast, and I thought that was perfect. And I think one of the main reasons why I wanted to do it with you and be the first kind of podcast coming back was
Right.
because it was perfectly aligned with what I want from the podcast. Because I had recorded some, so spoilers or like just like confessions. Like I had recorded some podcasts before during the Rona season and all that, but I didn't want to upload them because one, the lighting wasn't good, and two, it wasn't really what like I wanted.
Yeah, sure.
And then when you hit me up, it was perfect because like the main reasons like I'm doing this is like telling stories and like having connections with people. And I know we like touched on that. I invited this guy to a 4th of July party, which we'll talk about later. We'll
get there.
But just to cover that, pretty much like the reason why I'm coming back or like doing this again was the spark of like being like, oh shit, like communicating with someone that like we would have never met and like all that.
Yeah. That's like one of the big things that helps me go through life is just meeting new people and not necessarily just meeting the new people and it saying you met them, but like getting to know them and like learn about them and learn about the differences and find those differences in the lifestyles that we live.
Yeah.
You know?
And then I'm guessing it's gonna be completely different then.
Oh, it's totally different, bro.
So how was that? How was that like? How's growing up in Georgia? Because being a SoCal kid, never like. I mean, I've been to Mexico. That's where my parents are from, and I've been maybe to Nevada, Arizona. But outside of that, I haven't been.
So we're kind of in the same boat. You've never really been on my side of the country, and I've never really been on your side. Yeah. But yeah, growing up in Georgia, I'm from a super small town. Like I graduated with less than 200 people. Okay. It's like I said, like it's from in a small town. Like you get the small town vibes. Like here, it's just like there's endless opportunities. But in a small town, you don't have as many opportunities. The kids, like people that I went to school with, my classmates and stuff like that. Like growing up, the normal thing to do is just graduate high school. It's not normal to go to college from where I'm from, and that's the thing that really sparked inside of me. That was like, all right, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to do something with my life. Like I'm nothing against people that stay and do that. Like it has to happen, but I was going to make sure that I was going to be different and go to college. And then growing up, sports is big in a small town, especially football. I started playing football my junior year of high school.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so I was a baseball guy my whole life. Played baseball all the way up to my sophomore year. And then we got a new head coach. And literally we had like 16 people that were in my grade that I played travel ball with growing up and everything like that. Like we were all real close. We got the new head coach. Literally, senior year came around. We had one senior left.
Gee.
Everybody else had quit because of that coach. And so like I started playing basketball in middle school, so like that was my like go-to. And then once I quit baseball, I was like, I gotta do something. Like I need to fill that space. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna get a football shot. So I did, and I fell in love with it. I wish I would have played it sooner. But then the transition to college from a small town was like me coming from Georgia to here. So me going from a small town to Athens, which Athens is not a big city or a big town or whatever. It's not big, but the college is there, and the college is really big. So like that transition from...
That's where the University of Georgia is?
Yeah.
Athens,
Georgia, yeah. So transitioning from small town, it's called Rockmart, Georgia. Not many people, nobody knows where that is. Yeah. Shout out, go Jackets, yes sir. But going from there to Athens, it was like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy. Like it was so diverse. Like it was so much bigger than what I was used to. I was used to seeing the same faces every day. Now I go to school and I see different faces every day.
Every year.
And then just like the differences. Like I love meeting different people and other people. And then from where I'm from, it's just like the same type of people. And it kind of gets old. And so like going to college and going to a bigger school.
Real quick, can you like describe like the normal kind of person? Because you're saying the same type of people.
Okay, like, so yeah. So where I'm from, it's just like you either play sports or you don't. Okay. And it's not necessarily just like sports as it do. It's just like it was more diverse when I went to Georgia. It's a small town where I'm from, so it was just like I don't know. I don't want to sound I don't know. But just like going to Georgia and seeing that like there's so many different people, like there's so many different things you can do, so many different clubs you can join and stuff like that. So it made me open my eyes, and it's like, dang, this world is way bigger than Rockmart.
Yeah.
Like it's way bigger than a small town.
It is.
And so like going there, and it was eye opening. It was hard at first because I wasn't used to it, and I've grew up in a small town my whole life. So going to a big college, it's like, whoa, like what do I do? What do I do without my mom? Like what do I do without my sister? Like who's gonna do my laundry? Like I gotta do it myself now. And so just doing that transition to me was like one of the biggest points like in my life. Like it was like, dude, I gotta lock in. Like I'm on my own now. Like no mama, no daddy, nothing like that. I'm on my own. And then it was just like, so putting that into perspective, it would be me going from Athens to here, and it was just like, whoa.
Yeah,
like
insane.
The world's huge.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, damn. I mean, the only things I would say off of that would be, you touched on like you falling in love with football. Yeah. So there's a lot of points that I wanted to cover on like what you said. So to me, I guess like football and the love for football came, and I'll kind of just transition to everything you were saying.
Oh yeah.
We'll like end up at where we were gonna be at. But
we're solid. Yeah.
I just want to talk about football because I know that was a big part of your life, like now, like in college.
Yeah.
And that like transition.
Yeah.
For me, football like holds a special place in my heart because it was the first thing that I did that like made myself different from everybody else in my family, because I have a really big family. Right. It's a family like of 8 in total. So it's 6 siblings.
Sheesh.
So shit, like this.
I have one sister.
I was gonna say there's a shit ton of us.
Yeah.
I forgot I can curse because it's YouTube.
Yeah.
Just a podcast.
No, I said a cuss word earlier, and I was like, can I cuss?
There was a lot of us, and one of the things that helped was football. And I did that at an early age. My friend in elementary was like, you know, when you like being cool was like being fast. You know?
Oh yeah. Being athletic, yeah.
So my friend was like, "Yo, Johel, you're pretty fast. Like, have you ever thought about doing like Pop Warner and all that?" And I was like, "No, never." And then I snuck and I went to practice. I started practicing for like weeks. Yeah. Without my mom, and my parents knowing. Yeah. And then one day, like, I needed a ride to a game, and it was the first time I had told my mom. I told my mom, I was like. Mom, can you take me here because no one else could give me a ride? Yeah. She took me, and then it was a game, and it was a football game. Yeah. And, like, she hated it for years and years and years, till the very end, till, like, high school. But that's, like, the main reason it holds, like, a special place in my heart, because none of my other siblings did it. Right. Like, ever. Like, my 2 older brothers, which, like, I would follow all the time. Mm-hmm. No one else did it. It was just me, and it was, like, that sport for me that I could, like, play and, like, it was my thing, you know? Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. And then, I mean, like I said earlier, like, being a SoCal guy, like, I never had that big transition. And it was so shocking to hear, like, for us, I think here in California, like, we're, like, super hyper competitive. Oh, like, sure. That's the culture here growing up. So, like, when you said, like, high school is, like, that basic, like, for us, it's, like, just getting to college. It's, like, get to college and, like, whatever college you get to is like defines your life. So like, everything leading up, middle school, high school, like everyone's super competitive, like against each other, like academically, like trying to like beat each other. And then like that, I think those are like I'm starting to see like the differences between like the cultures like here and there. Yeah. Like, and then growing up, like seeing the diversity within everybody here in California, like you kind of know like there's a lot. Yeah.
And like, for me, like, sports, that's literally what, in a small town from where I'm from, like, all the old people, all the parents, everybody, all they talk about is Friday nights. Friday night football. You go to a gas station Friday morning, and it'll be like 5 or 6 old guys just sitting around drinking coffee, talking about the games that's going to be on tonight. Like, who's going to do what, who's going to show out, and stuff like that. Like, giving their
Friday Night
takes on the
Football,
game.
For those that don't know, that's going to be high school, right?
Yeah. So Friday Night Lights, basically, there's a movie about it, but like Friday Night Lights is high school football. Yeah. So I mean, what other I would do anything to go back to Friday Night Lights, bro. Like those were the best days. Fridays in high school was like, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna get a good meal after school. I'm not gonna do anything all day. And like the teachers, the thing is like the teachers would like start planning their like schedules around football season. So like they would make it to where there was like no test on Fridays.
Nice.
So like they would have their test earlier in the week so that Friday came around, everybody could just chill and not do anything because it was game day.
That's cool.
And that's literally what the small like my town revolved around is football.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know there's schools here in California that are somewhat close to that.
Yeah.
Like I know. Like some schools around where like I used to live was like Los Altos was super big on football. Bishop Amat was like super big on football, but
it's crazy.
Never like that. Never like that.
It's like small town.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Breathes and sleeps football, bro. Like it's crazy. It's insane.
And I think people don't like appreciate that or like see the benefit in that.
Yeah.
Until Californians get to like college.
Yeah.
Like being from a UC, like UCI, where we don't have a football team. Like when we get to college and we see like that football culture,
it's
like in
bro.
Georgia, yeah,
it's different, bro.
And like we get a taste of it like at SC.
Yeah.
So like a friend of mine goes to SC.
Yeah.
And my brother went to UCLA, which was big football school as well. But like we would go to like tailgate at like other like schools when I was younger, and I was like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be.
For sure. Yeah. Our tailgates in Georgia are insane. Like our world revolves around football, especially University of Georgia. I mean, that's basically what makes our school the money is football.
Go Dogs.
Like if we didn't have football, our school would be nothing. Like nobody would go to school there because that's what we're known for is football.
Well, that's what you're talking about. I wonder. I mean, I feel like I'll tie us back at the end, but
yeah,
about what we were talking about earlier. But you were mentioning it inside the house right now. We're at my house right now, by the way. This is the Costa Mesa house.
Yes, sir.
If you guys
the
didn't
crib.
realize. The crib. The danger. The slip and slide. For everybody that remembers that. You're mentioning it about since the run is happening.
Yeah.
And then football's like where that school makes all the money. Like I wonder what's gonna happen. Have you guys gotten like emails?
So
about what's going on?
Yeah.
Next year?
So originally, like it was up in the air with coronavirus and everything, like if we were going to return to actual classes like in-person lectures and stuff like that, or we were going to go online. Well, they came out I'm inferring that if we don't have actual classes, then we can't have football.
Yeah.
And so they came out and
because football's such a big thing.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like that's literally where our school makes the money. And so they sent us an email saying that we would stay to regular classes until Thanksgiving break, and then we would switch over to online classes.
Okay.
But I think they're giving the teachers the options to set the rules for their class, obviously. So some teachers may do just meet once a week, in person, and then the other ones will be online. Okay. So it's there's going to be some rules in there that limit it, because I don't think every teacher is going to want to show up every day to class or whatever, however it is, because of everything, and it could spread it, whatever.
Yeah.
But as of now, football's still on. A lot of the other big conferences have came out and said they're just going to do like only conference play, no like other teams outside the conference and stuff like that. ACC just did it, so SEC is still up in the air with them. I'm sure they'll do the same thing, just shorten the schedule, put it only conference play, and go from there. I'm sure that's what they'll do. I wish they wouldn't, because I would love to play the other teams and stuff.
Of course,
I mean,
it's
more football.
And then that's just where the better games are.
Yeah. I mean, and the school will still make their money. They just won't make as much as they would if we had a full schedule. So I guess we'll just figure it out. I'm sure they'll come out with it in the next couple, like probably within a week, what we'll do, like the final decision about that. But yeah, football is literally everything there. So.
What positions did you play?
So I played receiver. I was a receiver. Yeah.
Did you play for the Dogs?
Yeah, I played my freshman year.
There you go.
Sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
You gotta hype yourself
go Dogs, baby. Yeah. I'm trying to be humble over here. I'm trying to be humble.
For all the ladies watching.
Yeah, so I started playing football my junior year, and I didn't.
How long are you gonna be here, real quick? How long are you gonna be here in California?
In Cali? I leave August 5th.
August 5th. Everybody.
So I got here. I've been here for like a little over a month now.
August,
so I
August
still got
5th,
some time.
ladies.
So yeah. I'll slide my Snapchat in the bio down below.
I'll try to get it out as soon as possible.
Yeah, for sure. But definitely, it was just like, and then now that we're there, we'll talk about it. So junior year, I started playing football. I was like, I was iffy about it. I didn't really play much because that was seniors above me that played all their lives and stuff like that. So I was just kind of sitting back, not really playing much. I was like, do I really want to do it my senior year? But I was like, hell yeah, I want to do it my senior year because all the seniors left. So it gives me an opportunity to start, have my time to shine. So started playing, and I had like, after the season, I had like a couple like small D3 schools offer me come play. But like for me, I had worked hard all my life like to keep all A's and stuff like that. So I was like, dude, like why would I give that up to just go play D3 football? I mean, you really gotta love it to go play D3 football because one, you're not getting a scholarship. You're still paying for your school. So if I'm about to pay for my school and go through all that, then I'm gonna go to a good school. I'm gonna get a good degree. Because at the end of the day, that degree will be there longer than my football career will.
Of course.
So that's the way I looked at it. And so I took that route. I was originally going to UF, University of Florida.
Really?
That was my dream school. I wanted to go there. And I got accepted there. Yeah, I got accepted there. And then a week later, I got accepted into Georgia.
Oh,
and so growing up, all of my family was Georgia fans. I was the only Florida fan. So I was like, because I always loved being different. That's one thing about me is I loved being different. And so I was like, okay. So I got accepted to my dream school. And now I got accepted to the school my parents love, all my like family love. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay in state. It's cheaper. I ended up getting like 2 scholarships to go to school, academic scholarships to go there. So it was like, okay, I'm going to make the smart decision. So I get there and I was just thinking, I was like, you know what? I think I want to try out for the football team. I think I want to walk on. So I started working out really hard and training and stuff. And it was like over Christmas break and I was like, look, I need to figure out when the tryout is. So I went to the football facility and I was just like, look, I want to try to walk on, blah, blah. I feel like an idiot because the lady's looking at me like I'm stupid. And I was like, oh, shit. So she's like, oh, well, the tryout's Friday. And I was like, wait, this Friday? And it was like Tuesday. So I was like,
fuck.
Oh, shit, dude. I am not ready. I am not ready mentally or physically to try out.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm going to give it a shot. Whatever happens, happens, you know? So I go to the tryout, and it was brutal. It was brutal. I thought I mean I did good, but like I was completely exhausted after it. Like I went back to my dorm and literally cashed out. But they were like, we'll send you an email Monday because it was Friday. So we'll send out emails Monday about like the decisions and everything. So all right, cool. So I'm chilling in my dorm. Had a friend visiting.
Okay.
And I was like,
didn't have to put that in.
and I was just chilling. And I was like,
you
know what? I'm gonna check my email. For some reason, I was like, I'm gonna check my email. So I checked my email, and it was a Sunday.
Oh god.
And I was like,
no way.
Wait. So I look, and I had an email from the team, and I was like, wait, they weren't supposed to send this out till Monday. So I was so nervous. I was like, don't want to open it. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna open it. Click open, and it was like. They told me that I made the team, that we had practice, like I need to come in Monday morning, certain time to get like put into the system and all that stuff like that. So I was like, holy shit, dude! It was like the best day of my life. It was. I can't even.
Insane.
Fuck, dude, I don't even remember. But I was like, oh shit! I was like, I just made the football team. I was in my dorm, bro. I was screaming my lungs out. I was like, let's go! And then
that's so cool.
I was like. Just started calling all my family and all my friends. And I was like, "Look, they all thought I was lying." I was like, "Look, I promise, I wouldn't lie about it. I just tried out. Like, I did it. And so like, that Monday came and I went, set everything up, and just went from there. And it was awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Then I ended up. So, long story short, I ended up getting hurt and had to have surgery, and then it like put me behind a lot. And I was like, it was a lot with school too because I was there for school, and so I was like, "Look, this is not for me, you know. Like I love it. I enjoyed every single bit of it. Like all the guys I met, like all the players, I'm so cool with. Like talk to them and stuff like that. So I still have those relations, and that's really what what I look back on most is like the
Mhm.
relationships that I built with football.
Yeah, of course.
So it was fun. It was
Yeah.
definitely fun.
That sounds
and,
awesome.
I mean, and you definitely get the clout. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like just being a part of the football team. You're just
Yeah.
like, oh, you play football? Okay, yeah, you're in there. Like it's that easy.
You want to talk about it a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for me.
So how that help? So, I mean, clout-wise and everything. So this is like, I feel like what people need to understand is like it's like completely different. So being here at UCI.
Yeah.
So most of the listeners that are gonna be listening, we get a good amount of high school listeners,
Okay.
which is super cool.
Go Dogs.
And then we also mostly they're gonna be UCI students.
Yeah.
So for the UCI students, like, where we have no football team, and then I don't know if you guys have been grew up in a big football high school, which at the same time that's pretty rare here in California. There's I think there's shows, right? There's shows that we've watched growing up where the football guys are the big.
They're the cool guys,
the cool guys,
the
right?
popular guys,
So
stuff like
I don't
that.
think a lot of California understand that that's true, you know?
Oh, it's definitely
when
true.
you're in football, in that team is this inherent clout that you get, and then clout being you're the popular
Yeah.
the girls, the parties,
Right.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So for me,
Yeah.
like I said earlier, I'm a humble guy. So all my buddies that I would always be hanging out with and going out with and stuff like that, any time that I would talk to somebody,
Yeah.
that would never be on my mind that I was gonna say oh, I'm part there's some
The
guys that are
football
on the football team oh yeah, I play football, and I mean it works, but it's for me, I'm
Yeah,
humble,
of
like
course.
I said,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm not gonna, I don't want that to be the first thing that'd be the image that's built upon me.
Mhm.
So my buddies would do it for me, unknowingly either.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't tell them to do it or anything. They would
Yeah,
I
but
would
they
just be
help.
talking, and they would
Yeah.
come up and they're like,
That's-
oh, this
that's
guy
the
plays
homie.
football. This guy plays football, and I'm just
Of course.
I mean, okay, yeah, I
Uh-huh.
play football here.
That's nice.
I mean, and it would be crazy because with Instagram, I would just the football team, there's a football team page, and
Mhm.
they would post stuff, and there was multiple times where I was in it, and so they would tag me,
Yeah.
and so I would get hundreds of followers, and I wouldn't even realize it. I was like, holy crap,
Yeah.
who are these people following me?
Uh-huh.
And then I would look and be able to see what I was tagged in, and I'd be like, oh, this is why I'm
Oh,
tagged in
shit.
this.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just it without you even trying, it's just instant clout, literally.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's cool. I enjoyed it. I mean, if it would have been longer, it would probably been good too. But I was no big name at all. So
Uh-huh.
the little clout that I got, it's times 100 to
For
the
the
big
people.
name players,
Yeah, yeah.
the big,
who's
the big
who's
guys.
the big name
So
out there right now?
okay, now so we'll go back to this past season. So this past
Yeah,
season
yeah.
we had I think our biggest would probably be DeAndre Swift.
Swift. Yeah.
Yeah, he went to the league this past year.
Mhm.
We had Jake Fromm. He was very popular. He went to the league. We had an incoming freshman.
Who's your quarterback?
So it was Jake Fromm.
Okay.
Okay, he went to the league. So now we had a transfer come in. We had two transfers come in. We had USC's JT Daniels from USC. He was
Okay.
the freshman quarterback that got towards ACL.
Okay.
He transferred to Georgia.
You picked him up. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and then we had a transfer come in from, I think it was, I don't know what school it was. It was some school in the ACC. He's pretty good. So our quarterback situation is still up in the air for this coming up season.
Mhm.
But our recruits, we get all the big recruits, so
Yeah.
that's one big thing.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
a big school. I mean, I've been watching you guys. I love you guys' uniform.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
simple.
just-
It's simple.
yeah, it's simple, but
it's simple, but it's there.
I mean, it's
you know.
the right colors.
Yeah.
It's the perfect colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the jersey that I gave you,
Yeah.
sir.
We'll do it right here.
Yeah.
We'll do it right here.
That was Swift jersey. So he's in the
Mm.
league now. So better, yes sir,
We'll do that later.
yes sir,
We'll make it a big thing.
Yeah.
A big little
for sure,
gift
yes sir.
type thing. Which is a gift that you gave me at the end of, I think, kind of like an homage kind of gift
Yeah,
payback of the party that we
yeah,
had.
for sure. Yeah,
So let's transition to the fucking party.
let's get it.
So we had so I mean, we can all acknowledge, and I don't know if anybody is thinking that right now, but the Rona season's happening. The Rona is mid-season right now.
Fuck
cases are going up. You know, but we're staying safe.
Yeah.
We hadn't met each other already.
Mm-hmm.
I have no like safety precautions of thinking that you have the Rona. And,
Yeah.
Like
I'm
between
straight.
us. But just to put that out there, which is one of the other reasons why like I didn't want to film the podcast. One, to stay safe, but also this kind of mental pushback of like, are people gonna like hate on me, or like are people gonna get mad that I'm
Because
like,
I mean it's
because
COVID,
it's but yeah, so we had a nice little 4th of July party, but we kept it super minimum. I think we had less than maybe 12 people maximum. What is it, 15?
Yeah.
15,
Okay.
come
We'll
on.
say 15. We'll say 15.
15, 10.
Say 15.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was small.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It was
not
chill.
like the other
It wasn't-
parties.
It wasn't like a rage or anything.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't
that.
a rager. It was a nice little party. We had
Yeah.
fireworks. We had a good time. But yeah, we got wasted. We had a good.
We had a great time.
Had a great time. So, what made it really fun was I invited these guys because we're gonna have a small thing, which ended up being a little bit different because a lot of some sorority girls came over.
Yeah.
We had a good time. They came over, and then I invited a friend that I got to know from Utah, and they came over with a group of friends. So we had Georgia, Utah, California, all in one fucking party.
Yes,
So
sir.
ended up being a super good time.
Yeah. So,
Played basketball.
ripped my shoes.
Ripped your shoes. Jeez.
Completely like destroyed my jersey.
How'd you
I was
like it? How'd you like it? What was your first impression of the? What was your first impression? So you came.
I pulled up at the crib and I was like, "Shit, dude, they got it
It's
here."
a
I was
nice
like,
place,
okay,
huh?
it's a good little setup. It's like its
Yeah.
own little like compound.
Two, both are little. It's
It's like its own compound. I mean, you got a nice little entrance and everything like that. You got all the cars on the driveway, big ass driveway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I put up. I was like, okay, this is
It's a nice little place.
Then I walk in and I was like, okay, those girls, and that was the guys. All the guys were cool as shit. All the
Yeah.
girls were cool. And I was like, shit, okay, I guess I'm finna get lit. Shit.
We had a good time. First thing we did, I mean, I was just happy that you were here.
Yeah.
I was just hyped. I was like, this is so fucking dope that you came. Like,
Yeah.
first that you came, but like where you're from, Georgia, like, just that crazy connection of like being able to find each other. Like, I think that helps also, like social media and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
being able to like connect.
There's a lot of bad in social media, but there's also the good
a lot
things.
of benefits, yeah. Which is this right here. That
Yeah,
we're sitting
literally.
Right here.
If it wasn't for social media, then I would not be sitting here right now. Yeah.
Which is insane. But you know, in classic frat culture, specifically Pike, go Pike. You know,
Go bike.
represent. We had a shotgun. Cut to that shotgun.
Sir.
Perfect. Looking good. Yep. Yeah, we had a good time. You ended up leaving.
Yeah.
You ended up leaving your boy, Cam.
I left my boy here. Showed up with my
Cam
boys.
right now? Where's Cam?
So he left. He went back to Georgia.
He went back to Georgia. Nice
he's
guy.
playing at the beach
Hopefully
now.
he's watching.
Yeah.
If he's watching.
Shout out Cam.
Cam.
Yes, sir. Have fun at the beach,
Great
brother.
friend.
He's at the beach right now, so
He's at the beach
he
right now.
literally left here to go straight to Florida to go to the beach. So I was
Wow,
like,
that's awesome.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win. What is it? Cam,
Yeah.
what I wanted to tell you, you sleep so weird, Cam. You're the weirdest sleeper. You're the weirdest sleeper I've ever met in my life. And that's, I'm not coming at you. It's not an attack, but I woke up.
Tell us.
I woke up a little hungover.
Yeah.
So I'm waking up, totally forgot Cam was there. I see Cam. He looks like my friend Garrett. That was kind of like a running joke here at the house that he looked like Garrett. But I look at Cam, and Cam's fucking legs up on the couch, kind of. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah. But great guy, love you, Cam. Thank you for coming to the party. Thank you for being such a cool guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we hosted him. You had a good time.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Had a great time,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Met some cool
So
people.
you met the girls from Utah.
Yeah, I met the girls.
All them. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were here, and then
I mean, not have. I'm gonna cut that out. No free clout.
no free clout. Yes, that's right. You know who you are. You know who you are.
Yeah.
And if you're watching, what's up?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was chilling. Did not plan on leaving, and then she was just like, "Do you want to go to this other thing with
you
us.
You guys vibe for sure.
And I was like, hell yeah, I'll go with you. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'll probably never see you again. I mean, I would love to, but it probably won't. So, I mean, hell, I'm living life, so I might as well.
Of course,
take the risk and take the experience with it. So, I was like, all right. So we went to some other little party thing.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't nothing like we went to. It was nothing like here. It was kind of like chill.
Like a nice little kickback. Yeah.
So we were there for a little while, and then they took me home. So I was like, it was a good night. So,
Nice.
And then we ended up hanging out later.
So nice.
Good
You said
people.
later that week, right?
Yeah, like the next day. So it was,
yeah, they
it was
seemed
good
cool.
people. Yeah, they were really cool. They were
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun night. The fires were fun. This neighborhood went insane. So
dude, yeah, the fires.
Our neighborhood, like we live. I'm not gonna say exactly where we live, but we live in Costa Mesa, and
I got the address right here.
it's like a very like prominent Latino community.
Yeah.
So this street was going off, dude. It looked insane.
It literally was just like
the videos.
smoke
I have
in
some
the air.
videos. I have some videos, so we'll cut to that right now. That's gonna be a lot of editing, Joel. So fucking good luck with that, man.
Yeah, dude. You have fun with that shit.
But that was a lot of fun. There was a lot going on, and that was the first time we hung out, and we had that nice little talk in here.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of so. What I like to do is have like a pre-hangout, and that was kind of like pre-podcast hangout,
like,
kind of get the vibe, you know.
Catch the vibes, you know, talk, like get ideas of like what you want to cover, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like see what type of person I am or see what type of person you are. So it's just like.
So we know that it was gonna be a good time. We're just get ready for it. Damn. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of like. So I have a good amount of questions. Now I'm gonna start asking you questions.
Oh, dude, I love questions because
I feel like we covered a good amount.
Yeah.
Now we know who you are.
Let's get comfortable, baby. Kick back and relax. You feel me?
But before that, we're gonna do a nice little cut. I know you guys hate the cuts, but it's more just we're gonna check the camera, see that the angle's good, make sure that the audio's good, and then we'll come back right now.
Bang.
I was gonna ask you questions.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think the thing is just like, it's such a unique, which is so weird. It must be weird to you, but it's such a unique thing to be like. So Georgia's in the South.
Yep.
So being from California, completely different, but also like a lot of stereotypes.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to clear that out, get that out of the way, and also like, I mean, it's a podcast, so I can cut things out. So like, if you don't feel comfortable talking about certain things, then you can just cut it out.
Right.
We can just cut it out, but
cool.
I just want people to not be so closed-minded about people from the South. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's just like here in California, like people like the perspective we have of like people in the South are like less knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Or like so the big one,
Racist.
especially exactly right there. So that's what I wanted to get to is like just to cover like your personal experience like growing up like in the South, like that kind of culture, whether you saw any of that, whether you like, you know, growing up through that culture, if there was that culture, but just something I think, which, I mean, I feel like it would be a disservice in not talking about that.
Yeah, especially with just the way things are.
Yeah, right.
Today.
The way things are right now, and how like big of a topic that is. Yeah.
Yeah. So one, I'm going to go ahead and cut it to the fact that in the South we have what's called Southern hospitality. And I was warned from people like that I told that I was coming to living in Cali for the summer and stuff like that, and they were like, "Oh, get ready, because they're a different type of people there. They're not as friendly, they're not as nice, they're not as you know, they don't have that Southern hospitality." And there's been instances since I've been here. I mean, I where the area of where I'm from, or where I'm staying in Newport, I get a lot of the Southern hospitality actually. Like, I didn't think I would, but I do. But like as you go towards more of LA, it's just different personalities, and it's not like a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's just the way the people that grew up, or the way people were, the normal that they're used to. Yeah. So in Georgia, I mean, yes ma'am, yes sir, like it's all like when you're a little kid, you're taught your manners, you're taught like yes sir, no sir, everything like that. So it's like as a kid, you know, you gain respect by having that Southern hospitality and like being nice to others and being respectful. But yeah, about like the South being, you know, like with racism and everything, it's kind of, especially in small conservative towns, especially like my town's a small conservative town. You see a lot of things growing up. I mean, it's not necessarily you see it, but you hear it. You more of hear it. So like me growing up, all my friends, like I didn't settle for just like white friends or anything like that. Like I made sure I had like every type of friend there was, because like that's one thing about me is I didn't judge anybody because of the color of their skin or what they believed in. Because I mean, I have friends that believe in certain things that I don't necessarily believe in, and there's different things like that. But it's just the idea of being open-minded and trying to understand those people. So for me, I always tried to make sure I had all those different friends, so that if something were to come up and I was faced with that situation, I could stand up for them. So
yeah, of course.
So like, especially with everything that's going on today, like growing up, like all of my like majority of like it's I mean, you may cut this out or not, but like majority of my friends were black, because I was a white kid and I was privileged, like that it does exist. White privilege does exist. And so like growing up, I didn't want to just surround myself with just white friends. So I made sure I got out of my comfort zone and, you know, made other friends. And that was the best decision I've ever made in my life. Like some of my best friends back home that I could call right now and they would answer for me. They would take a bullet for me. Or people with different races. And I love that because
and I can get that from you, like being like open-minded and like,
because I don't hold anything like okay, if somebody doesn't believe in God or something like that, like I'm not going to hate you because you don't believe in God, because okay, I believe in God but maybe you don't. Like I'm not going to hate you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Like that's your personal beliefs, but I'm going to respect that 100%. And so that's what I did with like my friends that I surrounded myself with, and I always wanted to be there for them, to show them that like I'm here for you. Like if you ever need me, like. And growing up at a young age, you don't really see the things that happen today, like in today's society. You don't really see those a lot. But like now that I look back on it, I see so many things, and I'm like, dang, like
that happened.
This happened. Like this, like because I would go into Walmart and I would be with some of my black friends. Like you look around and you see people looking at you, and you're like. Damn, like
you
really?
Didn't notice it growing up.
Yeah, and you don't notice it going up, and
kid,
and you're just living life, and you're just going with the flow, and you don't really see anything, and then you look back on it, and you're like why? Like if anything is ever to be good in this world, it has to start somewhere. Like why be negative? Like why look at somebody because of the color of their skin? You know? And that happened. That happened a lot, especially in small towns where I'm from, and. It's hard because a lot of things happen in like small towns like that, where it's just like you grow up and you have friends that have like older grandparents that are like super old and grew up back in the day, and so you hear them say things like the racist things, and you're just like why? Like but that's like that's the way they grew up too. So like you look at it and you're like change has to happen, you know?
Like, for sure.
It's crazy because like I look back
and you feel like, just not to cut you off at all, but
for sure.
I feel like there is some truth in that, where it's like that's the way they grew up.
Yeah.
But it's also inherently bad, right? It's like,
100%.
Right? We like most people can agree that that's bad.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, do you feel like the generation coming up, like the friends that you grew up with, like all had that common idea of like this is bad, like we shouldn't do that, you know, like the people you grew up with, like the new generation, like us millennials and all that kind of stuff, Gen Z, all that. Do you feel like everybody shared that, or do you still think that there are some people that grew up with that kind of mentality?
Oh dude, it's still there. It's I think it's tough to say, but I think it's like it's always going to be there as long as those people are there, because you can't really change their minds about things, and that's the stubbornness that comes with that, and it sucks because they don't want to accept change and try to change for the better. They get stuck in that mindset, and they're just like, I'm not going to change from it. And so like as much as I wish I could influence their change and be like, look, like we're living in a different generation today.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, of course.
Like you can't be that way, and nothing will ever be better.
And even within like people your age.
Yeah.
Still.
So like, and it's hard because a lot of, especially in high school. So like I said, I always hung out with. I had a very diverse group of friends. So like I hung out with everybody, and I was never the one to judge because I've had friends that judged that wouldn't be friends with other types of people because of the color of their skin or what they believe in or their beliefs and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard like being in the middle of that because me being a person who's very open and then having other friends that maybe against other friends, stuff like that. So it's just like it's hard to be the middleman and have to learn to like accept those things because I mean there's nothing like the only thing that I can do is voice my opinion and voice my beliefs and be like, look, like you got to think differently. Like if you want to see change and be like more in a positive like environment and society, then you just got to learn to live with like everything that's going on and accept those things. And one thing for me now that we're talking about it is one big thing that I want to do, especially after college, is I want to be able to. I've talked with another one of my buddies that I went to high school with, and it's about this like over the same topic and everything. Is there's a lot of minorities in my small town, and not a lot, and majority of them stay, and it's not their fault. It's the way that they were taught when they grew up that college and just graduate, like I said earlier, how just graduating high school was the biggest achievement, and not going to college. So just they graduate high school, if they graduate high school and stay, like, and it's not because of the color of their skin or anything like that. It's because of the things that they have. Like maybe they don't have all the necessities to, apply to school, apply to colleges or anything like that. Or maybe they don't have the knowledge because maybe people in their family have never been to college or something like that. So they don't have, like the support system. And that's what it falls back on. So what I want to do is create like a program for minorities to be able to go to college and apply to school. So me and my buddy want to implement something like a scholarship or just a program that lets these kids know that you have the ability to go to college. It's possible, and gives them hope. And I want to be able to help them with applying to schools, applying to jobs, building a resume, and I want to give them the information that they need to make it out.
Yeah, to make it out.
And because they're not equipped with it. Yeah. And a lot of people aren't from a small town, whether you're any race. You're just not equipped with that knowledge because not many people go to college. So what I want to do is normalize going to college. Yeah. And a lot of people will benefit from it because there's a lot of talent and smart, very smart people in small towns, but they just grow up the way they grow up, and they don't have the opportunity and the resources to take the next step. Yeah. So what me and my buddy want to do is make all those resources available in our small town and help those that want to go to college and want to be professional athletes and want to go to school and be a doctor, be a businessman one day. We want to give them the tools and necessities to do that.
That's amazing. That sounds awesome. I mean, it's stuff like that that's like gonna help move things forward. Do you know what's your friend's name?
About the one that's gonna help.
Yeah.
Okay. His name is Ashton.
Ashton.
Yeah,
okay.
He's African American, so he has those experiences, Okay. And he was always a good guy growing up, and I'll play sports with him. Awesome guy, probably one of the best guys I know. Yeah. Very smart. He's in college. He's about to graduate. He wants to be a teacher, which is good for him because he fits that teacher stereotype. He wants to help people and he wants to make change in lives.
Well, like what I was saying, I mean that's awesome. And especially like to hear that there's like, and for the people listening, like to hear that people like you exist, like that grow up in those like small conservative towns that have that kind of ideology. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like, it's nice to know. It's nice to know that there's people that think that way, and like there's, like slowly but surely that we can move forward.
Yeah, and a lot of people that are my friends and just grow up in small towns, small conservative towns, like they have parents that make good money. They live a good life. They're maybe a popular kid, maybe not, but they'll graduate high school, maybe go to college, and then they'll start a family. Like majority, like
that's what
nothing against it at all. Like,
but that's
nothing against it. But that's just how it is. That's just how small towns work.
Yeah.
And it's sad because like there's so many opportunities that you have while you're young that a lot of people in my hometown don't take advantage of. And that's one thing that I wish I could change so much about my town, is that I just want them to realize that there's so much more outside of Rockmart. Like, there's so many more opportunities. There's so many more places that you can go and you learn more about yourself while you do that. It's not necessarily just like leaving and never coming back. It's leaving and growing and then maybe coming back. Like me personally, I don't want to live in my hometown one day, and I don't really want to live in the state of Georgia, but I want to give back to my communities.
Of course, yeah.
Because if it's not for people that want to give back, then small towns won't be anything.
Yeah. Well, I'm not from a small town, but like that sounds great. That sounds like it's like that sounds good. It sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
A good thing that you're doing, a good thing that you have in mind, like to be able to like, what I think the best thing that I could say from what I'm hearing is wanting to change, like wanting to make a change within the community, but not like being overwhelmed with the fact that you can't change everybody's mind. Yeah. Because I was going to say something. I'll finish what I was saying, and then I'll tie back to what I was saying right now to finish. Right. But all I was going to say is, like, as a minority, like, as, like, a Latino, like, Mexican, like, in my own community, and also here in California, like, there's, like, a lot of, like, of our community that doesn't know that there's, doesn't push to finish college or, like, settles, right? Yeah. And that's, like, that's the story of systemic racism, or just being a first-generation, like, student. First-generation college student, first-generation just being here in America, like, not knowing, I was lucky enough and, like, better, like, to have such amazing brothers, older brothers that, like, pioneered, like, college being a normal thing. Like, my oldest brother went to Cal Poly. Second went to UCLA. And after that, after my brother got into UCLA, like, it was just a normal thing in our family to graduate college. Which before then was not really, like, we knew to go to college, but, like, it wasn't, like, we didn't know what it was kind of thing. But, yeah, now it's, like, a normal thing. But, just to hear that, like what I was saying earlier, like, that's, like, amazing to hear that you're doing that. And then just to tie it back, what I was saying earlier, which I might have forgot right now. What were we talking about? What was the thing we left off on? I think it was California. Something. I don't remember.
Small town.
I think not knowing. I think that's what it was. Something about not knowing. Oh, not being overwhelmed. I think a lot of people get stuck with having that idea that they can change everybody's mind. And especially in your situation, I feel like there could have been a time where you thought, like, I'm not going to leave until I change everybody's mind. Or, like, I'm going to stay here and, like, try to make something happen and try to change everybody's mind. But the fact that you're going out, doing your own thing, and being like, okay, I can go do something, and then when I'm ready or I feel ready, I can come back
and do what I want to do. Yeah, and the thing is, like, a lot of people see that, especially from my small town, a lot of people see that, like, I'm living in California for the summer, or, like, I'm going on these trips and traveling and
what do they
doing
say?
Things.
Like, what's the...
And they're like astonished. They're like, holy crap, you're living in California? You're in California? Oh my God, what are you in California for? Or you're traveling, where are you going? Like, it's because, like, they're so amazed. They're like, holy crap, that's so cool. Because they've never been able to do it.
Yeah,
and they never, like, it's so many things that's wrong with small towns. Like, yeah, they're awesome. Like, no bashing against my small town. It made me to the man I am today. But like, there's just so many more opportunities in this world out here. And that's one thing that I always try to tell my best friends and my close friend groups. And I'm just like, look, like, a lot of my friends now are engaged or about to have kids. And it's crazy because I'm just like, dude, there's so much, like, you have, like, you're young. Like, I want my friends to have the experiences that I've had. Because growing up in a small town, I didn't have a lot. Like, my parents... My dad didn't make a lot of money. My mom didn't make a lot of money. But my mom, I was a mama's boy. My mom and dad are split. So, like, I was always my mama's boy. So, like, she always made sure that I had everything I needed. And so, now being able to come up from that and being able to live the life that I'm living.
Yeah.
And live, like, travel and do different things and go to college and go to a big school and just do stuff like that. It makes you open your eyes about life, and you're like, holy crap, this life is crazy. This world is huge. And I always tell my friends, back to what I was saying, is like, get out of your comfort zone at least once. Like I said, a lot of them stay, get a job, or start a family, get married, and there's nothing wrong with that, again, but I just want my friends to have the experiences that I've had.
It's the option.
Yeah,
it's the option.
And the thing about it is, traveling is very big. Like, traveling is like a therapy to me. Like, I love traveling and learning new cultures and learning about new people and meeting new people. And I always tell my friends, I'm like, look, it's going to do two things. You're going to get out, go somewhere, travel somewhere, and you're going to realize, dang, this world's huge. Maybe Rockmart is not for me. Or you're going to go to these places and you may not like them, and it's going to make you respect your hometown more.
Yeah, of course.
And that's what people don't see. They don't see that side of anything. So they just expect to stay, and that's because that's the normal thing. To stay and start a family, because that's what makes up a small town. Is the small town people stay in and just continuously creating that cycle.
I mean, I can relate to you in the fact that I've kind of had that mentality with a couple of my friends, my closest friends, of like, just making sure that they know that a certain lifestyle exists.
Yeah.
And it might not be as polarizing as, like, or as different as, you know, being small town and being in California, you know, like, not such a big jump. But some of my friends, like, didn't go dorm in college. They didn't live in college. They stayed at home. Right? Which here in California is a big thing, is you can tell. And again, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's a difference between the people that went and lived in college and people that stayed and commuted. Because that difference of living on your own, doing your own laundry, is so simple. But knowing, like, shit, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
Sleeping on your own, weeks on end, by yourself. You come home, you're by yourself. You know, you don't come home to your mom, your dad, and all that kind of stuff. Like, you start to grow by yourself. You start to learn yourself. You start to ask yourself questions, you know. But you can tell a person, or, like, you can see the difference between someone that went and lived in college as someone that commuted. You know, that mentality of, like, you know, I always try to invite my friends. I'm like, yo, come out here, come to Newport, you know, come live out here with me for, like, a week. You know, we'll go do fun things every day. Like, we'll do this. I want you to meet these people.
Yeah.
We'll have a party. And they're like, no, I don't know. Like, you know, because they're scared or they don't know that kind of different lifestyle, which is kind of like a parallel to what you're saying, but not as different. But, like, I can see that, like, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like, where, like, some of your friends don't understand that there's, like,
a world outside of Rockmart.
Yeah.
A world outside of a small town.
There's different lifestyles. There's an option to do it, you know?
Yeah.
And you just, like, that stress of being like, I just want you to I just want to
like,
show
if
you.
You can hate it, you can hate it, or you can love it. But I just want you to experience it.
Yeah,
and that's one thing, transitioning from Georgia to here, it's like, this is the longest I've ever been without my mom. Like, even at school, I'm like 3 hours away from my hometown at school, but I could have weekends where I can go home, or breaks that I can go home, but like I'm here over 2 straight months here, and I'm like, I don't have my mom for real this time. Like at school, I'm like transition. I'm like, okay, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
Mom here and there.
Here and there.
And then now I'm like, okay, I'm away from everybody. I'm away from my friends. I'm away from my school. I'm away from my family. I'm away from my small town. I'm away from my college town. I'm away from everything. And I'm here and I'm like, and I'm living like I haven't missed at home and my family as much as I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
And that's me realizing that I'm growing up and
Yeah.
I'm, transitioning from a young adult to a adult,
To an
like
adult.
my own person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and that's one thing that has made me like cherish my moments here is the fact that I'm away from everybody. I don't
Mhm.
have any worries in the world. Like I'm not taking any summer classes this summer. I'm not doing any of that. I don't have any small town drama. I don't have any school drama. I don't have any family problems going on in my life right now because I'm away from all that.
Mhm.
And it's helping me because I know I'm going back to Georgia and I know my family's going to be there for me, and it helps you grow so much. Like I'm
Yeah.
going to go back to Georgia. I know I
Completely
can't wait
different.
to see how different I'm going to be because
Yeah,
of just
exactly.
like being on my own out here on the other side of the United States,
Yeah.
here by myself. And like that was the biggest jump, and I was just like, you get out here. I got out here and I was just like looking around and I was like, holy crap, just looking up and seeing the palm trees. I'm like, dude, I'm in California. I'm in California, bro. Like, and it took me weeks and weeks to finally realize that like,
Like you're like,
I'm in California.
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
I
And
saw
it's just there's just so many opportunities here, and that's why I love it here. Is because there's so many more opportunities.
Mhm.
And that's one thing that one of the reasons why I don't want to go back to my hometown and live one day is because I want my kids to grow up with more opportunities than what I had.
Yeah, of course.
So I want to be able to give my kids a different lifestyle than what I had to grow up
Mhm.
in. And that's just like the generations that go.
Yeah.
That's just the cycle.
But it's
of
good.
life.
It's good to like. What I like from what you're saying, and what I like in general, and you don't have to care what I like.
Yeah.
But what I like is that you never bash on the small town
No, not at all.
environment.
It made me who I am.
It's more.
Like,
It's more
I gotta
like
respect it.
yeah,
I have nothing.
yeah, the
I can do
respect.
nothing but respect it because
Mhm.
it made me who I am.
it's the respect of like acknowledging where you came from
Yeah.
and understanding, but seeing the benefits and the cons of it, and then moving on. Because that's
And-
what you decided.
And learning from it.
Yeah, and
going
I think
moving forward.
that's, the best thing you can do.
Mhm.
Because when you come back, and then I see no reason that you would do that, is when you come back to Georgia and like see the people and see how different you are, because you are going to be different.
I'm gonna be so different, bro. It's eye opening. I'm
As
like,
I-
dude,
I
I'm
know
gonna be
you're not
so
gonna-
different when I get
I know
back.
you're not going to be a dick,
Yeah.
because you're going to be like,
It's respect.
like
Like
these are the people you grew up with,
Mhm.
but hey, let me show you these fucking pictures about. let me
show you these videos, bro. Like, and like that's the thing. My buddies will slide up on my stories and like, bro, this is so pretty, or
Yeah.
like, dude, this is awesome. You look like you're having a blast. I'm like, dude, I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm young, and these moments right now are the moments that I'm gonna look back on 10, 15 years from now when I have my own kids, and I'm gonna be like, those were the times of my life. Like literally.
This right here.
Yeah, like doing this, like small things, bro. It's
I
just
know,
small
it's
things
cool.
in
Yeah,
life
yeah.
that make you cherish it so much.
And this is something I kept pushing it. And this is like, now it's like personal for me now.
Yeah,
You got me talking now, all personal.
we'll switch it up in a little bit. In just a second, we'll get more back to happiness. We're talking life now.
Something that made me, I don't know, I thought I lost the passion for doing the podcast and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I confused COVID, Rona, depression with like, I feel like a lot of people lost like that drive during
For
the
sure.
Rona of like being like, damn, like, okay, now I don't have work. Now I don't have school.
People get complacent.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now what do I do? Like, it's like
Right.
every day, like, there's nothing to do. Like, what's gonna drive me, right?
Right.
And I thought I confused that with thinking that I lost the passion to do this and
Yeah.
talking and like meeting new people, and like sitting here and like doing this. I'm like, I fucking love it,
Dude, it's
I'm like,
amazing.
there was no, I don't know, there was no. For me, I guess it was fake. Like being in that situation and like living through the Rona depression was real. There was nothing fake about it.
Oh, dude, for sure.
But now looking back at it, I'm like, no, like I was just gotta get yourself out there again. You gotta push through, you know.
Yeah, and it's just like the obstacles that life comes with. Like there's gonna be challenges, and this is a challenge that the whole world.
Yeah,
it's not just a challenge
world,
you personally. It's a challenge against the whole world.
I think that's what people need to remember, is that it's not just you. You know, like for anybody that's, you know, going through this mentality of thinking that, you know, you're depressed and like you don't have a motivation to do anything. I think an important thing to remember is like it's not just you right now. Yeah, it's a lot of people. A lot of people lost their jobs right now. A lot of people are going.
There's a lot
something.
of people struggling, and that's the thing. As a country, we're gonna make it through this. Like this, we'll look back on this exact moment when we're telling our kids stories, and we'll be like, we lived through a pandemic.
Yeah,
like,
we went through something crazy.
Yeah, it's just like our parents have told us stories, and then their parents have told them stories, and it's just like. It's life, bro. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Happens.
Yeah, it's just a part of it, and you can only.
You got to get through it.
You get through it. Yeah. And we're gonna make it through it as a country, and we're gonna fix all the problems that are in this world that are still here, and will still be here for years. Like it's not gonna change overnight, but you just gotta trust the process.
As long as you have good people.
Yeah.
As long as you have good people.
For sure. All right, we gotta switch up the vibe real quick. We're getting sad, emotional.
Life. I mean,
that's my thing though. I love talking about stuff.
But that's good though. It's good that we covered that, and I'm glad that you talked about it. I'm glad that you, I'm really glad that you talked about it. The whole, you know, coming from Georgia, all that kind of stuff. I felt like we had a really good talk. But now to transition. Yeah. How are the beaches here in California,
dude?
Do you have beaches out there in Georgia? I know that's
so we have
question.
No, we have some beaches. They're not nothing. We have like 2 or 3 maybe.
Is it?
We have like
quick geography. It's Bama, Georgia.
No, it's Georgia, Bama.
Georgia, Bama.
So it's Georgia. Florida's under Georgia, and then Bama. Louisiana.
Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah,
got it. I'll make sure I had it right. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, we have beaches.
I was in Miami a couple.
Okay.
So pre-Rona, I got so lucky. So my birthday was on the Super Bowl. Ooh. Greatest fucking birthday. That's my 21st. You went to Miami? And then I went 2 weeks after.
Oh, say if you were in Miami for the Super Bowl,
I was gonna go.
That's where it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna go the weekend. I was gonna go the weekend out, but it was too expensive. I was in school. Oh, but then my brothers flew me out the end of the month, and my brother was living out there for a job, and then we went out there, and I spent like 5 days of like the craziest times.
Miami's crazy.
Pre-Rona, so. Yeah. It was the best time ever. I think I caught the Rona when I was there.
100%. Yeah, that's how it was for me. So yeah, we don't have any. We have beaches. They're nothing spectacular. They're just basic beaches. And then like our vacation spot in Georgia, it's usually when we say we're going to the beach, we mean we're going to Florida.
Oh, okay. You said it's not that far, right? A good chunk, or?
I mean, it's like 5 or 6 hours.
Okay.
Maybe. So, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's like a beach trip.
But when you guys go out there, you stay out there? Or?
We'll stay out there for like a week.
Okay.
But my cousin has a condo, so we'll go out there and stay for like longer than a week. We'll stay out there for like 12 days or something. But the beaches here, dude.
Insane, huh?
They're so different from what they are back home, or like the beaches that we go to. And I love them. Like, the beaches, I'm a beach bum. Like, literally, I'm a beach bum.
You've been to Newport, Laguna, Corona Del Mar, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I've been to Long Beach, been to Huntington, been to Newport, been to Corona, been to Laguna, and we're going to San Diego in a few weeks. Oh, God. Yeah, we're gonna go there for like.
Let me know when you're out there. I'm actually trying to.
Because we have some friends that go to school out there.
I would actually really be down.
We met them. They're from Santa Barbara. We met them, and they're cool girls, awesome girls. But they go to school out there. They just moved back out there. Okay. And they were like, "Y'all gotta come visit us." So we're gonna go visit them. Have a good little weekend trip.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, the beach is phenomenal, dude. Yeah.
No,
that's one thing that's gonna hurt when I leave is the beaches here, dude.
San Diego is a different beast, though. San Diego, La Jolla, all that. It's insane.
We went to Malibu.
Yeah, Malibu.
We went to Venice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Venice Beach.
Santa Monica. We literally been all down the coast.
That's great.
Literally.
That's perfect.
It's awesome.
I mean, that's the thing to do, especially when you're here in California.
Yeah, and especially like as like a tourist.
Yeah. Do you consider yourself a tourist?
Now, no.
No, but
when I first got here, I was like, yeah. But now that I've been here for over a month now, I'm like, shit, I guess I'm a local now. Shit. I know, like, my buddies over here, like, taking pictures and stuff. And I take pictures, too. But I'm over here just, like, chilling, dress up like I'm from here, like I'm famous or some shit. For real.
Would you come out here for school? What year are you? You're going into your third, right?
Well, technically my fourth.
So fourth, okay.
So, yeah, I'm a senior, but technically I'm going into my junior year.
Okay.
So I came in with like 30-something credits, so I was a whole year ahead. Yeah. So, yeah. And I just took a break from summer classes. I was originally studying abroad, Australia, New Zealand, doing a Maymester, but it got canceled because of Corona.
Because of the Corona?
But
I was actually
it was a win. The crazy thing about it is it was a win-win. Like, I wouldn't be here if...
Yeah, of course.
If I would have went to Australia, New Zealand. So...
Which would have been a crazy experience.
Yeah, so being able to come out here and just live for the summer, no obligations or no like anything to like set me back or anything, just live life. Like look back on these days and just be like, dang, I live life.
I was supposed to be in Spain studying abroad, but the Corona.
Damn Corona. Coronavirus. It's tough.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I mean, I just feel like we had a really good talk. I feel like we've had like a good talk. I feel like I've gotten to know you
for sure.
Good amount.
Oh,
definitely. Do you have any questions for me? I mean, I covered the biggest things that I wanted to cover. The big cultural difference between being in Georgia and California. I feel like that was a big thing that I wanted people to hear, especially me, because I was interested in myself. But yeah, if you have any questions for me or something that you want to talk about, or
not really. I mean, I came in open minded. I was like, look, I'm finna just speak with how I feel. So no, I guess.
No, I mean, we can talk about Pike. We haven't mentioned. We got the whole thing. How'd you get into Pike?
So
from football or
no? I did it. So I knew some guy. So I was dating a girl at the time in high school.
Oh my gosh, we didn't talk about relationships.
Oh, we got.
Come on, we got 20 minutes of relationships after this.
All right, yeah. So.
Oh, it's such a big topic too.
Yeah. So the girl that I was dating, her sister went to Georgia.
Okay.
And, her sister's current boyfriend was a Pike.
Okay.
And I was hanging out with them because we're all at the beach together and everything. And he was a cool guy, and I was like, if he has cool friends, I guess I want to surround myself with those type of people. And so like. He put me in contact with some of like the rush chairs and stuff, and I didn't really rush anywhere else, so I was just kind of like dead set on that.
Yeah, same.
And so I just went to some like rush parties and rush events, and I was like, cool guys. I mean, I haven't had any bad experiences really. Every guy I've met is just cool as shit.
Yeah.
So that's how I got in there. But like one thing I do want to say about like fraternities is. Especially in this, I guess, I don't know about here, but I know definitely in the South, is a lot of people stereotype, like, frat guys and frat boys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, one of the main reasons, and they'll be like, oh, all you do is party and drink and stuff like that. But, like, one of the main reasons I joined a fraternity was because of the network.
Yeah.
Like, the network that it brings to you.
I mean, look at this.
Like,
I mean, that's...
Like, I would have never met you if it wasn't for this. Like, I saw that you were.
Well, that's how I knew you were cool.
That's an instant relation conversation starter, you know. And so like, that's one of the main reasons I joined is because the connections that I'll have with people will last a lifetime. Like, I may get a job one day where the only reason I got that job was because that CEO was a Pike somewhere. Like, it's just small things that you don't think of at that current moment, but then you look forward in the future and you're like, okay, maybe that is possible. And so like networking is one of the main reasons why. I mean, yeah, the parties are fun and stuff like that. The girls are there and stuff like that. Like, but it's just like it's more than that. And a lot of people outside of Greek life don't see that. They just see it as stereotypical frat guy.
In a lot of situations, outside in kind of perspective. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Different here, I'm going to suppose, especially being from Georgia, big football school, like frats.
Yeah.
But here in general, like the people I met, I mean, everybody I live with is a Pike, so
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing. I saw the benefits and I saw the bad things about it. But yeah, there is a lot of stereotypes about being a frat person or being a frat guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, you live with it, and you
So
enjoy your
whatever.
life.
I mean, people have their own opinions. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks about me.
You live your life.
Yeah.
Have a
I'm
good
me.
time.
I'm my own person. Like I make my own decisions.
Yeah.
So you hate me, you hate me. You love me, you love me. I love you if you love me.
Relationships.
Ooh. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Me? No, I don't know. No. I feel like it's been such a long time now since I talked about it.
It's been
It's been a minute. I mean, the Rona. I was in a serious relationship.
When? When was this?
Like a good chunk now. I mean, for people that like don't know that it ended like sort of recently.
Yeah.
I feel like for some people they think it ended like, but we stopped completely talking maybe like 4 months ago. You know, because there's always that like linger kind of communications that's like, you know,
Yeah.
that happens.
That
you know,
you
like,
just like a Snapchat or something. It's
you know,
just
like you break up, but it's like you talk still,
Yeah.
and like you kind of try to make it work out, all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. So I mean, sort of 4 months, sort of recent,
Okay.
kind
That's
of.
definitely, I mean, I came out here. I came out here, and I just like the week before I left,
Yeah.
I was at the beach with my cousin and my friends,
Uh-huh.
and we met some girls, and one of them I was just like, dang, this girl is like different. Like I just got good vibes. Like everything was there, and I didn't expect any of it until I found out that she was like my area. Like she's from like lives like 10
way.
minutes from Athens. Like
Whoa,
she goes to
here in
school.
California?
No. It was when we were at the
I was
beach.
like,
We were
what
at
the?
beach. No.
What a small world.
So yeah, and so like I jumped into something like a week before, maybe a little over a week before I came out here.
Oh, okay.
And
I
so-
understand what you're talking about now.
We really liked each other. Like I mean I still like her 100%. But like we got into that, and I was just like, it's gonna be tough because I'm about to leave for 2 months, and so especially just now starting something and then
Yeah, of
coming
course.
out here,
Super
it's just
hard.
gonna be like, it's gonna be very hard.
Yeah.
And
Understand.
I was all for it though. Like I was like, look, I'm down to make it work. And then, shit, if she watches this, she's gonna have some fucking heat coming at me. But nah, we So I was like, look, we were hanging out like right before we left, or before I left, and I was like, look, like I want to make it work. Like I'll do whatever it is because I really like you. Like you're an awesome girl, stuff like that. Like, and then I got out here, and the first week was good. And then like I could tell, like start noticing like the vibes changing a lot. And so she's about to look like a total bitch. But I'm sorry, you gonna have to cut that because I don't need to say that word. But anyways, so we're out here and we're talking, and then
And she's back in Georgia.
yeah, and so she's in Georgia, so I mean it's still hard, the distance and everything. And like I said, I noticed the vibes changing, and so finally one day I was just like, "You're acting different. Like this. I mean, if this isn't for you, then you just let me know. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to like." She was like, "I don't want to hold you back from anything," and I was like, "You're not. Like I'm still gonna live my life here. Like I'm not gonna change anything. But like I'm gonna respect you 100%." And she was like, "Okay," so everything was fine. And then like a week later, she went to the lake with her friends, and I noticed when she was at the lake, I was like, "Dang, dude, this is like so different." Like we were barely talking. I was like, "Okay." I mean, I would just rather she tell me than me wait around, you know, and waste my time on it.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? And so one day, me and the guy that I'm living with out here, we went hiking, and I didn't talk to her all day. And so I was like, "Damn, okay, so maybe I should like text her, see what's up." So I text her, no response. A couple hours later, still no response. So I text her again, no response. Finally, that night she texted me, and she was like, "Sorry, I've been in Atlanta all day." And I was like, okay. So like that's weird. Like I don't mind. Like I don't care what you do. Like I can't control it. Like I'd rather you just like let me know a little bit. Like
Exactly,
little
yeah, of
like
course.
so I have awareness, you know. And so she didn't really say anything, and so I was like, we gotta talk. So I called her the next day, and I was like, look, what was the deal about yesterday? I was like, you've never just like ignored me like that. Like I'm not trying to play games. Like just let me know. And she said that when she was at the lake, she had met another guy.
Hey, no! Right.
And I was like, no. I was like, she told me that, and I was like, that's why you were in Atlanta. So she was in Atlanta with him all day.
Jeez, man.
So I mean, it kind of sucked because I mean I was out here, I couldn't really do anything about it.
Fuck.
But then again, I was like, because I really liked the girl, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
And I was just like, I was let down because I didn't expect that coming, especially because from her, like she's the nicest girl I've ever met. Like
seemed like a nice girl.
Yeah. Yeah,
like
I didn't even catch that coming, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, I was with another guy, and I was like, and she started like, she was like, I'm sorry, I never meant to hurt you, blah blah blah, and I was just like, nah. That is very upsetting, but I was kind of upset about it, and then I was talking to my roommate about it, and I was like, look, dude, he was like, look, dude, you're in California, full send now, full send, like you have nothing holding you back now, and I was like, okay, and so like I had to make myself think that. So like a couple days.
Tinder, 200 swipes later.
Yes, sir. You know how to get Tinder. Swipe. But yeah, so I was just like,
of course.
You know, it took me a couple days to get over, and then now I'm just like, you know what? Like, she's back in Georgia, I'm in California, so cool. At the end of the day, I got the dub. But
completely different. Yeah.
So for you, 4 months.
For me, it was different. Got out of a serious relationship. Great girl. I always talk about her. I mean, not to give her any more like credit anymore. So I'm kind of done giving her credit because one of the main reasons why I started the podcast was like post breakup, I found
for you just like
I found the best thing for me was like when I talked to people, I felt the best. Yeah. You know, kind of just talking and getting to know like new people and all that kind of stuff. Which helped me like later like talk to new girls. Right. So that's one of the main reasons why I started the podcast. But yeah, I mean, Rona, summer, I just want to have a good time. Spring, like, I was like, you know, like, when spring was coming, pre-Rona, I was like, Joel, you're at a good place. Like, let's start to, you know, talk to new people. The Rona kind of messed things up about, like, meeting people in person.
Oh, for sure.
And then, you know, other outlets of social media.
Tinder.
Tinder exists. So, no, I just got back on the horse.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, you can't,
especially. Can't stay too long. I felt like I was ready. At some points, I was like, okay, maybe not yet, you know. But I think I feel good. I feel good about myself enough to, you know, talk to new people, get to know new people, and I feel good.
For sure.
I feel like I'm in a way better place than I was, like a way.
Yeah, and that's the way I look at it. It's like the person I was when I first got here versus the person I am now. It's just like, at the end of the day, I have the advantage over anybody because like majority of the people that I talk to are from Georgia, and because like I'm from there, obviously, and so at the end of the day, like I personally feel like I have an advantage over anyone because I'm in California. Like it could be worse. I could be in Georgia right now. Like. Everybody else that I talk to is in Georgia, so I mean, I'm in Cali, living my best life.
I mean, you got that southern accent. You use it to your advantage out here.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. But yeah, it's just like
that's good. I mean,
it's learning experiences.
Living a good life, living our best life out here in California.
Exactly.
Out here in Newport, staying Rona free, staying safe, having a good time.
Wearing our mask everywhere.
Wearing a mask.
I don't know what my mask is.
But having a good time. I mean, we're coming up with an hour or something. Yeah. We're an hour 20, I think, in. Good chunk. The last was like an hour or something.
The last was like 30 minutes. This was 40, so yeah.
Good chunk of time.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's been a good conversation.
Sure.
I wanted to cover Tinder. We covered Tinder. Bunch of swipes. Staying safe.
Swipe. Swipe. I mean, I'm glad you had me out 4th of July, and I'm glad I'm back.
Yeah.
It's good vibes, always. Good people.
I had a good time.
For sure.
You had a good time?
Talked about a lot, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Anything else you want to say before we... What's your Instagram? Tell the people.
It's the Mike Gay.
The Mike Gay. Okay,
all, no spaces, anything, just the Mike Gay.
Perfect. I'll put that in the description, the bio, all that kind of stuff.
Follow me. I'll follow back.
If you're pretty,
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
If you're cute, I got you.
Okay.
I'm outside in your DMs too.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, dude. That was a good talk. That was a good podcast. I'm so glad that you came.
All right, well, I got you a little quick gift.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Yeah, this
DeAndre
Look
Swift.
at this.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
So that's the Swift guy I was talking about earlier.
Ugh.
It's all yours now.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
you having me, brother.
There
So,
it is.
love.
Go Dogs.
Yes, sir. Go Dogs.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
See you guys later. Podcast coming soon. Every week now. We're coming back. We're coming back strong. And
Better than ever.
catch us on Spotify and iTunes pretty soon. 'Cause
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna
Shoot me
make
a follow.
Yes. I'm going to make it happen. I'm
Bang.
going to make it happen soon. But yeah. It's a good time.
Let's get it.
See you guys.
Peace.